Hey folks, hope you're all well. So tonight's one's a dead easy one. It's Camembert and Salsa wraps. It's really not difficult. It's a damn tasty little meal. Best if you make your own tortillas. These ones are shop bought tortillas, but I've shown you another video how to make your own tortillas as well. And it's dead simple, dead quick, full of goddamn flavour. So let's crack on and do this. So before we start prepping, stick your Camembert in the freezer. Because it's such a sticky cheese, this is a good tip to help us cut through it when we come to use it later. So first things first, we need to prepare all our ingredients. So let's start with the peppers and let's get them decored. So chop off the top of your pepper, give it a tap to knock out any of the seeds, and then go in with your fingers to remove any more, and then we're going to take and rip the stem out of the remaining part of the top. If there are any parts at the top that you don't like the look of where the stem was, just go in with the tip of your knife and just cut a nice wee semicircular motion to remove them. And then it's just a case of chopping down the top of the bell pepper. About 5mm wide slices works really well, I find. And once that's done, go back to the body of your pepper. Divide it in two just by slicing down, by keeping the flat end down on your chopping board, then slice it lengthwise, julienning it just so you get nice long strips, and then we're going to turn and rotate those strips so we can chop the rest of the pepper down. And once we've got that chopped down, let's just take and transfer it into a good size mixing bowl, because we're going to be putting a lot of our ingredients in this single bowl. So just transfer that in as you see. Then take and repeat the process for both your other red pepper and your yellow bell pepper. And once the peppers are out of the way, we're going to move on and we're going to prepare our red onion. So start by slicing off the top of your onion, laying it down on the flat side, and then halving it in two before peeling back and removing the paper skin or any of the next layer of skin if that needs to go as well. Then take and place your onion flat, press in with your fingers at the sides, and then chop towards the root without cutting directly through the root. Turn your onion 90 degrees and just chop down, and that gives us lovely bits of chopped onion ready to go away for next part. So transfer that half of your onion over into your bowl with your peppers, and then repeat the process again for the other half. Here I'm just giving you a slightly different angle, so again you can get a look at what I was doing and how to go about it. Most of you will know how to chop onions, but there were people like I was a couple of years ago that won't even have a clue how to do this part well, so just follow as you see. Next, prepare 2 celery sticks and chop them. These ones are straight out of my freezer because when I buy celery, there's always too much for the dish you're making, so I blanch and freeze whatever it is I'm not using. So straight from the freezer, ready to go. And into a ramekin or other such small similar dish, add 3 tablespoons of dry coriander leaf. And to the same ramekin or dish, add 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. And in a separate ramekin or small dish, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of white wine vinegar. Then in the same ramekin that's already got our vinegar, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of runny honey. And now we're almost ready to start cooking. Grab your camembert out of the freezer and we can start cutting it up to the size we need. So because it has been in the freezer, it'll be an awful lot less sticky, so it won't adhere to your knife like it would if you brought it straight out of the fridge. So we're going to cut it from 12 o'clock down to 6, halving it, and then we're going to cut from 3 to 9, halving it again. That will give us 4 quarters. With those 4 quarters, we then want to put them on their side and just slice down, giving us half a block again of each part. So we're ending up with 8ths. And take and add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil to a stainless steel frying pan rather than a non-stick for this one. The stainless steel helps promote caramelisation of your onion, hence why you're using this over non-stick, just in case you were wondering. And whilst we're waiting for our oil to get up to temperature, we can go ahead and prepare our tortillas. So put the tortillas, 4 of, on silicone lined baking trays. 2 to a tray, and as you see, take your quarters and put 2 quarters on each tray, on each tortilla, not tray. Now we're going to take and add to our frying pan the vegetable mixture, so we're going to add our celery, our peppers and our onions, and we're going to fry this at a medium heat for 15 minutes. So we're going to be reducing the stuff down, caramelising it slightly with onions. After frying the vegetables for about 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to take and we're going to put our tortillas with the camembert into our oven set at 200 degrees Celsius for about 3 minutes, just so we can get the camembert melting down. We don't want it in much longer than that because it can really crisp up the tortillas and start to burn them, and it's not just too nice if they get too crispy. So it's a wee fine balancing act there. And once the tortillas are out the oven, take a spatula, make sure you don't burn your fingers obviously because we're holding onto a hot pan here, but just take and spread the cheese out so it's spread out roughly across the centre of your tortilla, and repeat for the other one. And about 10 minutes into frying our vegetables, we're going to take and add our coriander leaf, our salt and our pepper, as well as our vinegar and honey, and just mix all that in. And that will cook through it as we stir it for the last remaining 5 minutes. And again, being careful not to burn yourself, just take and carefully spoon some of your vegetable mixture into the centre of each of your tortillas so that you divide up evenly. We then want to take a nice big handful of pea shoots and just put that straight down the centre before taking and folding our tortilla over in half. And there we go. That's how you prepare them. Dead easy, dead cheap, dead tasty, as we'll find out. Forgot to put it on that one, hence why I'm doing it again. Don't. So, as I said, dead simple, dead easy, and really, really tasty. Nice strong taste of the camembert, but you get the veg running through it as well. Lovely. So, again, if you make it, let me know. Take care folks, and stay safe.